Hey everybody, it's Steve, your realtor from Remax Metropolis. I wanted to show you a couple of things. We just got an update from the Toronto Real Estate Board. So the market watch is out. So I figured I'd come and show you sort of a little bit about what the market watch says. So it's showing pricing is down, average price is down 5.7%. Home sales are down 49% between this past October and October 21. New listings are also down by 11.6%. That's a really important number because what that does is it shows that we have a declining amount of product on the market. So the reason why I wanted to come on here is I wanted to show that that's one part of the discussion, really. This is another part of the discussion, which I think is more important. What I'm seeing here, what I've done here, I'll just show you. Basically, I'm looking at some stats. I'm looking at right now Oshawa, Whitby, and Clarington. I've combined those. So let's call it East Durham. Semi-condo town and attached townhouses. So, and then price-wise, anything listed under 1.2 million. So the bulk of starter homes in terms of attached townhomes, etc. And I'm going to show you a graph that shows the past 12 months. So this is where we are. We saw in January and February, we saw the peak of the market, and we've seen a decline and a stabilization since June. Really, we've seen a flat, and this is average sale price. This is not average list price. This is average sale price. So what we've seen is a fairly flat market in terms of price changes. Now I want to contrast that, and I'll show you the past 5 years. This is why it's important. This is the past 5 years. As we can see here, again, January 2022, peak, and then we see a steady from the, January from 2017, we saw another peak that was a smaller blip. And then we've seen a more or less a fairly steady growth in price. Now, if we take January 2022 out, we can see that graph would sort of have a gentle rounding, or probably just meet right at sort of the July numbers. So you can see the effect of early this year on the overall market for the past 5 years. Really just an aberration in a lot of cases. And there's 10 years. So we can see, again, if we take out a couple of the aberrant markets, it brings us to probably more or less where we should be. But again, I'll go back to the past 12 months. And again, this is specific price data to that area. This is really important when you're looking, because you want to have data that reflects the area you're looking in. To give you an example, I can change this to just to keep it in Durham. I'll delete Whitby, Clarington. I will put Pickering and Ajax in. So we're going to deal with West Durham, same criteria, and hit generate. This is the past 12 months. Pretty similar. A little bit less of a peak, which is a bit of a surprise, actually. And then we'll go past 5 years. And again, we're seeing a less radical jump, and more or less we're in the same place. So let's just for fun change this to Toronto. And again, Toronto is a huge, it's a very big market, and it's going to give us it's a very wide scope. So as we can see here, Toronto, and I'm gonna actually change one of the criteria. I'm just going to do the top price criteria up a little bit, just because that will reflect more of, sort of Toronto pricing. At any rate, past 12 months, we've seen a decline between October and November. And again, this is detached, or this is attached townhomes, condo towns, et cetera, et cetera. Again, you can see a much more, bit of a odd shaped market here. But again, we've peaked in January 22. And in this case, we're seeing some growth in the pricing. So this is something that quite a number of agents are saying, that they're starting to see growth in certain areas and certain price points. Just for fun, I'm going to throw detached into here and bring the top price up to 1.9 million. And yeah, see, we're seeing very similar trends. But in the long term trend, we're seeing flat pricing. So really, the other important thing is Bank of Canada's. We're starting to hear that they've had enough of rate hikes. So we'll see how inflation goes, and then of course we'll see what happens in the early part of next year to see how inflation is going. But overall, it's important to look at your particular market and the market area you're working in. Anyway, that's a really quick market report for you today. Let me know if you want me to look at a specific neighborhood for you, if you're looking in a specific area, or I can look at your specific home and see how it compares to your neighbors. Anyway, I look forward to speaking with you soon. Give me a call.